Now then, Amy Macdonald, top 10 album out last year, has just released a new single, Bridges, and now a part of Airwaves. And I've been lucky enough to catch up with her.
Airwaves.
Your festival at home.
Hi Amy, how are you?
Hi, I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Good, I'm fine, thank you. Thank you so much for joining me. Honestly, it's a real treat to be able to chat to you today. How's your day going so far?
Yes, it's going okay so far. I had a very, very long sleep, so I literally rolled out of bed and started speaking to you.
Well, the sounds, at least you know, well charged, I suppose, for our chat today. How have things been? Look, it's been such a strange time, hasn't it, for everyone, the last 12, 15 months. I mean, has that been a sort of average day for you, or I don't know, what has the last 12 months look like?
It's been a real mixed bag, really. Obviously, with music, with live music, we were kind of the first to close and we'll be the last to open. So that side of my life has just completely disappeared. I brought my album out last year, so I'd done a lot of promotion, basically sitting in my dining room table on the laptop all day long. So I did have that busyness, but I still had the periods of not doing a lot as well, where like everyone else, I just kind of lay horizontal on the couch watching TV shows. So it's been a mixture of everything for me.
Yeah, I'm sure. And I've got to admit, you know, I really enjoyed it when I saw artists such as yourself, you know, on TV, heard them on the radio, whatever it was, promoting an album from a dining room, a sofa, a deck chair in the garden, whatever it might have been. I mean, did it feel quite organic or was it a little bit bizarre?
It was very bizarre. I think the first couple of days, I'd be doing promo for countries all over the world. So the first couple of days it felt really strange because I'd be sat in my dining room in Glasgow and suddenly I'm connected with someone sitting in Berlin. The next minute somebody's sitting in Amsterdam, and it was just really strange because we're all going through the same thing and we're all in this weird situation all over the world. So in a way I kind of felt connected to people because of that, which is a bit bizarre, but it was nice to have that to focus on, and anyway, because otherwise I think if I had nothing to do, I would probably start to go a little bit mad.
Yeah, I'm sure. I think we all feel a bit like that, don't we? And when it comes to the reaction, I suppose, because normally I guess you get an album out, get out there quite quickly. That hasn't happened for the obvious reasons. I mean, how has that been, getting an album out there and then, I know you're due to tour later in the year, but having that gap in between?
Yeah, that bit has been really strange for me, because I basically make albums so that I can go on tour. That's my whole point, is make the album so that I can then go on tour and do the important part. For me, it's my most enjoyed part of what I do. It's the part that feels like the most special, and not being able to do that was a real shame. Just having all these songs that you're dreaming of playing live. For me, a song is never complete until it's on a live stage with your band behind you and the audience in front of you. So it kind of feels like the album is half finished because it's not had its live debut yet. So I'm really hopeful that we can get back to that as soon as possible.
What do you think that moment will be like, stepping out in front of a crowd of whatever size for the first time and kind of getting to perform some of those songs in the way you've just talked about?
I think it'll be really emotional. I mean, I am an incredibly emotional person anyway. I cry at adverts and things like that. So it might be like 10 minutes of me being inconsolable at the start of the show, but I'm not sure how many people will want to watch that, me just breaking down and rubbing all my makeup off my face, but I don't care. It will be amazing for me. I think that just seeing people together again and feeling that atmosphere will just feel like a real magical experience. And it's something, even right now, I've got goosebumps talking about that, thinking of that day when we can finally get back to that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's going to be emotional for everyone. You know, as you say, I don't know what people are going to want to see, but I think, you know, being a part of that crowd and experiencing whether, you know, you love an artist such as yourself, it really is going to be quite a moment, isn't it?
Oh, totally. Because we've been apart for so long. And I think there will be people that are a little bit scared and a bit apprehensive about getting back to that. But I think that once you kind of get there, everybody will probably just breathe a massive sigh of relief that it feels like we're finally on the home straight and back to where we were. And at the beginning of 2020, the end of 2019. And thinking back, it feels a little bit alien, but I think that once we're allowed to get back, I think we'll all kind of slot back in quite quickly, and we'll all get used to having our nice normal lives back again.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know, as we mentioned, that the tour, I mean, how are you feeling about that at the moment? Are you sort of fingers crossed that it's all going to be going ahead with the roadmap out of lockdown and all that sort of stuff?
Yeah, I'm very optimistic about it. I've got a few festivals booked in as well. One actually in Germany, and I thought, gosh, that's strange to be booking a gig in a different country this year. But the organisers of that were like, oh, we've got a real proper plan in place, so we really feel very confident that this will go ahead. And that was really nice to hear. It just kind of gave me the confidence to think that actually maybe all these dates will happen. They're finally kind of doing the work and seeing what has to be done to make it safe and to make it viable. So I really feel like we are on that kind of final stretch, and we just need to get through these few months, and then hopefully we'll have all the events that we love back with a bang.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for being a part of Airwaves, your festival at home here on BBC Radio Gloucestershire, because just to be able to mark that start of the festival season, then hopefully, like you say, we might have a more normal end to the season. But you've been kind enough to perform and record some special tracks for us. So just introduce these for us, Amy.
Yes, I'm Amy Macdonald, and I am so excited to be part of a festival lineup. I didn't think it would happen so soon, so it's perfect that Airwaves is here, and I hope that you are all thoroughly entertained.
Airwaves,
your festival at home.